Wednesday in the NBA, taking command when his team needs it most. Chauncey Billups and the Denver Nuggets go up against the LA Lakers and their uber-skilled Spaniard, Pau Gasol. Nuggets, Lakers, up next.
We have the Nuggets as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. It's what you've been waiting for. 2K Sports and the NBA present our Wednesday afternoon affair. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Melo, Martin, and Nene make up the front court trio. Billups and Aflalo are the backcourt. And for the Lakers, Artest, Gasol, and Bynum are the front court. Fisher and Kobe man the backcourt. The question last year, at least one of the questions was, would the Lakers, Clark, still be as successful with swapping out Artest for Trevor Ariza?
And that's a legitimate question because you never know how the dynamics of a team change when you change personnel.
Right.
So clearly it was something that was going to be a work in progress. It remained to be seen, but I think the play of the Lakers in the postseason kind of answered that. Ron brought an element of toughness and physicality. Now, he can be a little wayward and a little bit of he can be a little wayward with some of his decisions, but typically he overcomes that with his effort and his tenacity and his versatility, I think, at the defensive end of the floor.
And an older guy for a younger, promising, rising player like Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, and in the context of the makeup of the Lakers team, I felt Phil Jackson and the coaching staff and the organization and his teammates felt that this would be a good added piece, and so far that's proven to be true.
Very good point. Right now, let's find out what head coach George Karl had to say to our Doris Bird. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Coach told me that they're facing a team that may be the best in the league at forcing opponents into defensive mistakes. He said, listen, we need to be one step ahead of them at our own end, because if you sit back, they have the ability to carve up a defense and make you look foolish. Guys, they don't want to see that today.
Thank you, Doris. I get the feeling here, Clark, there's a lot more to be done here.
Well, one of the best ways to bother a shooter is to make him uncomfortable. Make him catch the ball where he doesn't want it.
This all no good. And thinking of those changes with Artest, I suppose you can also say that both Artest and Ariza are so talented, it doesn't matter which is in there since they have such vast skill sets.
You know what? You can go both ways on that one.
Yeah.
Yes and no, because they are different players. It does change the dynamic of the team. I think Ariza was a consistent three-point threat as well as being an active, energetic defender. Ron has been a little more streaky at the three-point line, but the physicality and the toughness, there's an intimidation factor, I think, that Ron brings to the court that very few other players can bring. Nobody wants to deal with being guarded by Artest over the course of a ball game because he's frustrating, he's physical, and he relishes trying to get you off your game.
I would agree with that. You look at Carmelo Anthony, Clark strong, quick, a very good jump shot. He's got the goods offensively.
And he's proven himself to be perhaps the most clutch scorer in the NBA. Certainly he's one of them. When things get tight late, he's always ready to step up and take the shot.
Kobe with the bucket. Here's Billups. About 3.5 minutes left in the first. Outside Anthony. Covered by Artest. Anthony, the pass to Aflalo. 3 on the clock. Martin, and he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
With no one around to challenge him, you're going to see that kind of finish every time. It's too easy that way.
Those, Clark, you know, those are the kind of chances you dream about.
You sure do, man. You love that opportunity.
And here's Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Outside Artest. Covered by Anthony. Gasol takes it up. Nails it from close range. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
The defense can't do much at that point. You've got to do your work early and be preventative.
Billups dishes to Anthony. He's... Whoa!
He shrugged off the man in his face and threw down a powerful two-hand jam.
He showed his strength on that one for sure. You're right, partner. Lamar Odom is checked in for the Lakers. Blake comes in for Derek Fisher. That free throw good from Anthony. Well, Carmelo Anthony, part of the 2008 U.S. Olympic team that brought home the gold medal.
Yeah, and they called them, Kevin, the Redeem Team because they brought back the gold after an 8-year run where the USA failed to come back on top.
Here's Blake. Back to Odom. Pass to Gasol. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. And Clark, Melo's game really seemed very well suited to the international game.
Well, he's got such a terrific jump shot, and you combine that with his strength and his quickness, he posed a real problem for those finesse big men that play internationally.
That's a good point. Goes up. Can't hit. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. Seeing Denver in action, they had a losing record on the road, though, Clark, 19-22 last year.
Yeah, and they were the only team in the West, Kevin, to make the playoffs with a losing road record. That says something in and of itself, and I think that hurt them throughout the playoffs.
Here is Billups after Ron Artest's bucket. Here's Anthony, and a foul on this. First reads, they were unable to take one on the road from the Jazz.
Yeah, and if they could have strung that series out and maybe climbed back in it with the road win.
Clark, this Nuggets team has been called combustible in the past, but now they can be called a powerhouse team with room to get better.
Yeah, and I think it starts with Carmelo, Kevin. I think when he stepped his level of play up and his leadership and his commitment to defense as well, that helped the Nuggets.
I like your mention of his defense. You're right, it is improved.
Yep.
Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, despite winning 2 consecutive championships, the Lakers couldn't rest on their laurels this offseason. A big move for them was signing the point guard Steve Blake. Blake's a solid and dependable vet, a gritty defender, a shooter, and most importantly has a high basketball IQ. The Lakers feel he's a great fit for the triangle with good toughness to withstand the playoff pressure that will certainly accompany his time here with the Lakers. Guys, back to you.
Seems like a good fit. Thanks, Doris. Some changes for the Lakers. Matt Barnes is checked in for Artest, and Derek Fisher is subbed in for Kobe. Chris Anderson is checked in for Denver. Lawson comes in for Chauncey Billups. Here's Blake. He dumps it off. Now Barnes. Clock at 4. Fades back. Kept alive. Here's Gasol. Hoop plus the hard. He would not be denied, and he'll have a chance to make it a three-point play. That's on Chris Anderson. That free throw good from Gasol. The Nuggets trail by 4. And here's Lawson. Outside Anthony. Poked away.
Tried to trick him with the pump fake. Now that's embarrassing.
Fisher, Lawson defending. Here's Fisher. With the floater. Blake for 3. Scooped up. And that's not going to fall for him. The first quarter has ended, and both teams have been So with Billups on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith, they're manning the backcourt. Martin is out there with Al Harrington and Anderson. The Nuggets trailed by 4. Clark, you think back to what Bynum did in the playoffs last year, and you have to remember he was playing with a slight meniscus tear in his right knee.
And I know how painful that can be. I had one of those. I mean, it hurts with every step. But he felt like the pain was manageable.
Got the bucket and the foul.
Derek Fisher. First personal foul, team's foul. Shooting for Denver. Ty Lawson.
And he makes the free throw. Ty Lawson slipped to 18 in last year's draft due to concerns about his size and his often sprained ankles. But what a steal for Denver.
Boy, you're exactly right there, Kevin. I mean, after his dominant play and leading Carolina to a championship.
Sledgehammer!
That should be illegal, Kevin. Boy, they're getting vertical on us, Kevin. Look out below.
Now that's a couple of guys on the same page.
Working together.
Lakers are a good defensive team last year. Clark holding their opponents to just 33% shooting from beyond the arc. We know the three-point shot is the great equalizer. But to have that kind of three-point defense speaks volume.
It really does, and that led the league in that particular category, Kevin. Teams that relied heavily on the three ball really struggled against the Lakers, and I think part of that was the length. The Lakers able to get out and challenge that three-point line, and everybody is conscious of making that a key part of what they do defensively.
That's a good point. Odom, pass to Bynum. Here's Barnes. No points for him. Clock at 4. And it's Martin picking him up. And again, Lamar Odom. And the Lakers defense, Clark, with their personnel, it isn't hard to see why they were so successful at that. You talked about length a little bit earlier. It's length, it's knowing the defensive rotations and filling in when you need to fill in.
Exactly. Everybody helping one another, recognizing what you're trying to do in your game plan. We're going to make it tough for other teams to beat us from the three-point line. That means everybody's got to rotate. Everybody has to challenge shot. So it's a recognition, and then it's putting forth the effort to get those hands up on three-point shooting.
Here is Lawson, guarded by Blake. Lawson kicks to Smith. Over Fisher. And it's Smith missing. So it's the Lakers now. Here's Barnes. Chris Anderson pulls it in. About 3.5 minutes left in the second. Lawson the pass to Smith. He's covered by Fisher. Back to Smith. He's covered by Fisher. Smith inside, and off the glass as he lays that one up and in. Smith's got his first basket. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, as you know, the philosophy of Denver Nuggets head coach George Karl is emphasizing a lot of free throws and points in the paint. He says the free throw is the second best shot in basketball. First is the layup. So, guys, last season, the Nuggets did them proud. They were tops in the league in free throws made and 4th in shots at the rim. Sounds like a winning combination, guys.
All right, thank you, Doris. And the Lakers with some changes. Ron Artest, he's checked in for Barnes. Kobe comes in for Steve Blake. And it's Brown in for Derek Fisher. The Nuggets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. Anthony comes in for Al Harrington. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Ty Lawson. Interesting note about Andrew Bynum. He's the youngest player ever drafted into the NBA at 17 years of age. But a guy who's really played well for the Lakers.
Yeah, he has. He could be a dominant force down the road. And as long as the present 1 year of college rule stays in place, I think he'll retain that distinction, Kevin.
Here's Anthony. Here's Nene. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
Brown kicks to Kobe. Great anticipation.
He got baited into throwing that one. The defense was well on top of it.
Billups with the ball. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Anthony kicks to Nene. Kobe with the steal.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
But Clark, you have to give credit to the Lakers, too, for really developing Bynum.
Without question, Kevin. I mean, he's been able to grow rapidly.
Here's Brown, outside for Kobe. And again, the Lakers no good.
Boy, they've really been scrapping for rebounds in this one. Neither club really dominating the other one.
Here's Billups. The shot misses, and the Lakers go with it the other way. 1:23 left in the half. Taken away by Nene. Smith up top, guarded by Kobe. Anthony right side. Back to Smith. Here's Martin, and there's the one-handed jam.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Now Brown. Over Billups. And again, no good by the Lakers.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
Puts the move on. Can't get it to go. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way.
If they want to go 2 for 1, they'll have to speed it up.
And Bynum backing in. And Billups picks him up defensively.
Despite his height, he's choosy with his dunks. But when he does, make way.
Denver in the lead.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Pass to Anthony. Covered by Artest. With the fadeaway. No good on that last second attempt there. And so we wrap up the first half.
Anthony's been putting up the numbers. He's got 13 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Nuggets lead by 1.
Welcome to the HP Halftime Report. I'm Damon Bruce. A great game going on out at Staples Center. A tight game for the Nuggets, squaring off against the Los Angeles Lakers. They've looked to their bench for scoring, and it's paying big dividends. Kenyon Martin making his presence felt early. They've also got some great production from Carmelo Anthony as well. Not to be outdone, the Lakers also giving it their all. Close-range shots, their bread and butter early on, a gigantic lead in points in the paint. Excellent output from Gasol in this one. He has 11 points. He's shooting efficiently from both the floor and the free throw line. A lot of points on the board between these two. They've led the charge in scoring for their teams. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's get you back to the start of your third quarter. So long.
The start of the second half getting underway. It's been a closely contested game so far. Here's Fisher. This two-point guard attack, Clark, this Lawson-Billups tandem, reminiscent of some of the halfback tandems we sometimes see in the NFL.
You know what? A lot of teams in the NFL are going with multiple running backs, and I think you'll see...
And it's Anthony slamming it down.
Great D leads to easy offense.
Lakers trail by 3. Kobe dishes to Artest. Pass to Gasol. Taken away by Anthony. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Guarded now by Andrew.
Oh! What a shot. Took the hit and was still able to maintain control to get it down.
At the line, Nuggets.
He can't complete the three-point play. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfishness. It's a joy to watch.
Anthony against Kobe. No good. Now Denver takes it the other way.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Kobe Bryant, one of the great players and one of the great winners in NBA history.
Without question, individually a 12-time All-Star, 10-time All-Defensive Player, the league MVP in 08, and winning well. How about 3 straight championships alongside Shaquille O'Neal, 2000 to 2002, and then another in 2000.
Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop. Nice play.
Here is Billups. Not on the scoreboard yet. Outside Anthony. Covered by Artest. Anthony, the pass to Martin. Back to Anthony. Oh! And flushed through with two hands.
Oh, man, now that's nasty.
Here's Fisher. Just over 4 minutes left in the third. Pass to Bynum. And here is Gasol. It counts, and the foul. They get Kenyon Martin.
Kevin, this has really been a competitive, fun game.
Lamar Odom, he's checked in for the Lakers. Gasol, no good on the free throw. One thing about Pau Gasol, he wanted more touches last season, and he was vocal about it, saying we need to find our balance with our interior game developing, using it a little bit more. A subtle message, but certainly one that was heard.
Yeah, and an indication of Pau being more assertive and understanding how important that is, not just for him, but for his team. The Lakers were at their best when they took full advantage of their size inside.
Here's Kobe, kept alive. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 15.
Well, he's really doing all he can to keep his team in the game here. What a tremendous effort.
Billups kicks to Anthony. Fires from 14. Bryant with the rebound.
Normally, he sinks that shot. His mid-range game is excellent. He just misfired that time.
Artest against Martin. Here's Odom. Can't hit the three-pointer. The Nuggets leading by 5. Outside Billups. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, defended by Gasol.
He went hard all the way right there. There's no back down in this guy. He's got one speed forward.
Oh, was that nasty?
Very.
The Nuggets also changing it up. Al Harrington's checked in for Kenyon Martin.
All right, that was your Laker girls. Making some noise, fans.
Here's Kobe. He has 6. Back to Odom. Pass to Gasol. Nene on him. Easy shot. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got 17 now.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
You know, one of the stories last season, Clark, in the playoffs for the Lakers was after that early scare to the Thunder of Oklahoma City in the first round, the Lakers really turned it up in the playoffs. In fact, it was that Game 5 they kind of rebooted. They kind of found themselves.
Yeah, they certainly did. Sometimes you have to have your back against the wall. You've got to go through that crucible of almost losing an important game in the playoffs to be able to get your second win and to gain that extra wave of confidence. And that's kind of what happened with the Lakers. I mean, anytime you face a team like the Thunder that has the leading scorer in the league in Kevin Durant, you know it's not going to be easy. And the Lakers saw that to be true, and yet they were able to work through that.
Thunder had those young legs.
And a lot of confidence.
Yes.
And an unbelievable building.
They didn't blink. They did not blink.
Not at all. They were relishing the opportunity, thrilled to be in the playoffs, but they felt like they could beat, not only play with the Lakers, they felt like they could beat the Lakers, Kevin.
Anthony, and almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Steve Blake.
Melo having a terrific game. He's got 26 points, and his 2 steals round out those numbers nicely. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. Lakers trail by 7. Kobe, covered by Smith, takes it up, and there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by Artest. Kobe's got 10. Here comes Chauncey Billups. No points for him. Back to Anthony. Artest is whistled for reaching in. That free throw good from Anthony. Both free throws good from Anthony. Here's Blake. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Kobe. It's taken away by Smith. Here's Billups, and that's laid up and in. Billups has got his first 2 points.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Now here's Kobe. 10 points for him. Blake with it. Left side, Kobe. Over Smith. And Kobe Bryant again! Kobe's got 12 in the game.
He's really flipped the script with this performance here in the second half.
And here is Billups. Outside Anthony from the wing. And the rebound goes to Odom.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Some great basketball so far as we end the third quarter. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he continues to make an impact on the defensive end, Kevin. He's made some key steals.
Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Now, while we've got a moment, we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for our Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, we've seen the spark in this game come from Carmelo Anthony. He's been a one-man wrecking crew out there for his team as his inspired play has really fueled the fire for his club. Should be a fun fourth quarter to watch, guys.
Thank you, Doris. You know, Clark, give me your thoughts igniting his team much of the way.
Well, just a man on a mission, Kevin. His goal is not to let his team lose if he can help it.
Here's Billups. So with Anthony sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Chauncey Billups and J.R. Smith are the backcourt tandem. Al Harrington is out there with Martin and Anderson. Goes up, and it's Smith missing.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those even when he's wide open.
Here's Blake. Can't hit, so the Nuggets will take it the other way. Outside, Billups. Smith up top. Knocked loose. And the turnover by Denver. Here's Blake. Right side, Kobe. Chris Anderson.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? Defensive effort. What energy he's shown today, whether it's on the offensive end or on D.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Billups. Here's Smith. Guarded by Kobe. Kobe against Smith. Hits the free throw line, Jay. Smith's got his second basket.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Now Barnes. Odom on the wing. Arcs it high. Kept alive. Takes it up. The shot's good from Bynum.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Smith with it. It's dumped off. Stolen away.
And that's his second turnover in this quarter alone.
Kobe against Harrington. Here's Barnes. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Barnes has got his first points in this one. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They lead by 4. Off the pick. Scooped up. Martin with a screen on Kobe. Here's Smith. Back to Martin. Tries again. That's good. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Explosive offense. These two teams have been going at each other this entire game.
Timeout.
He told them, we can't quit now, guys. We're going to find a way to win this thing. Our fans are pulling for us. Our families are as well. We're going to make them proud. Let's go out there and show them exactly what we're made of.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Pau Gasol's checked in for Oda. Artest comes in for Kobe. And Derek Fisher is subbed in for Steve Blake. And the Nuggets making a change here. Anthony right side. Jacks up the triple. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Lawson against Barnes. Outside Artest. It stays here. Here's Bynum. Misses off the inbound.
He's got to break out of this slump if his team wants a chance to win.
Lawson against Fisher. Lawson dishes to Anthony. Covered by Artest. Anthony backing him down. 3 on the clock. Fades away. Banks it right in.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
Timeout called the Lakers. Denver also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Ty Lawson. Artest, good.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Now Billups. Here's Anthony. Lamar Odom pulls it in.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
He's got to push it. Billups against Fisher. Deflects the pass.
And there's another giveaway for him now, and you know he didn't have a single turnover in the first half.
Billups passes to Anthony. Picked up by Kobe. Nene kicks to Billups. He dishes it. Here's Anthony. Puts the hammer down. Timeout called the Lakers.
He got caught napping. You've got to pay attention and protect the ball.
Billups passes to a Flower. Goes up. They rule this one goaltending. Count the shot.
A great job getting the ball inside right now. Coach really wants them to show some physical presence and toughness here in the second half. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Fisher against Billups. The tray. The shot by Kobe, no good.
That's really not the kind of performance that his team needs from him here in this quarter.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Lakers trail by 8. Aflalo is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul. Here's Kobe.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Anthony. Here's Aflalo, covered by Artest. Backing down is Nene. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Picked off. And here's Los Angeles, trailing here by 8. Billups against Kobe. And Billups picks him up defensively over Anthony. Blocked. Here's Gasol. The second chance effort. That one is good on the way in. Gasol's got 19 points. Here's Aflalo. 20 seconds left to the fourth. And he dunks that one through.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
Here's Kobe. Off the inbound pass. It's blocked. Now here's Billups. So the Nuggets win it. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark and Doris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.